Okay, here we are. It's the time that I've been waiting for quite a while. Look at all that. Oh, pretty groovy. Okay, so do this here. There we go. I'm doing it. I'm getting the tent ready. I'm packing up the boggin tonight. I leave tomorrow morning. Got all my stuff in a little shed out in my backyard, and I'm hoping that tomorrow I'm going to be able to get this thing done by myself. Last year I had some help setting up the tent, which was great. This year I'm doing it by myself. This thing weighs a ton. It was a struggle for two of us doing it, so I'm really challenging myself. Not only that, we don't have any snow, so I'm going to be bringing this heavy boggin. It's going to have hundreds of pounds in it worth of stuff, my stove, my tent, my gear, over rocks, grass, and ice, and some snow. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to get out there. It's just an excellent opportunity for me to challenge myself. So I'm glad you guys are watching. Let's do it. There we go. So here's my first big challenge. Look at all these rocks. And I'm only about a couple hundred yards away from my house. Once I get through here, I've got a couple of other testy spots. But this is gnarly. And I've got no choice. This is my lane. This is why I need a lot of snow. So it's not too bad, but I gotta have a bit of steam to be able to get through and then go into this really tight, gnarly trail in here. Let's see what happens. Victory! I made it, one piece, and all of my stuff is still here. Look how beautiful this place is. Man. So this is good. Now the hard work really begins. Well, I'm lucky it's all here. Uh-oh. Check it out. These things are covered in moss. Not good. What can do with all this? I have no idea what I'm going to do with all this moss and soil. I'm just going to have to scrape it off, every one of them individually. This stuff right here is it plug it in the holes in the angle kit. So clearly I've got myself in a situation here where I've got to do a lot more work than I wanted to do. So I'm just going to have a break now, take a little bit of a lunch. It's about 11 o'clock. I've got about 4 hours of daylight to work with, and then it's going to get dark. I am prepared to stay here a little bit in the dark, but I really want to get that tent up today. If I don't get the stove up today, that's fine. I can put it up tomorrow. But yeah, so it's a lot of work. So before I get to work, I need to feed. I need to fuel up. Brought my daughter's lunch bag with me. These things are insulated. They're great. And I think I'm going to start with this right here. Is a bagel with double smoked salmon from Scotland, I believe. It's PC. Cream cheese, capers. It's going to be delicious. I've decided that I'm not going to shovel it all the way down to the ground because that's just going to take too much time. The ground's gnarly. It's got stumps in there, little hills, little mounds. So I'll just shovel it down a bit, and then throughout the year it's going to melt anyway, and maybe once the tent's up, then I'll get to work on it. Okay, I've got all those pipes cleaned off. Now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the frame together first and then set it all up and make sure that I'm lined up perfectly with the 4x4s that I have laid out there for positioning. They hold the tent in place. They make sure that I'm lined up perfectly. So I'm gonna do that now, and then I'm gonna try to figure out how in God's name I'm going to get this tent on top of this frame by myself. It's so big, really there should be 2 people hauling it over top of the frame, but it is what it is. Here I am by myself. Okay, so as you guys can see, I've got the frame pretty much up. Now I'm really going to do my best to align it as best I can. Last year it wasn't lined up very well, so that's my goal this year, to make sure that it's as straight as possible. And I've also elevated the bottom 4x4 here, because last year the tent was really twisted, and right now it's looking pretty even because of what I've done. So already it's a little more promising. Getting a tent over top of this thing is going to be impossible. I'm telling you, I've really got to plan this out right. Okay, this is it. I'm going to start unpacking, and I'm going to bring it over. And a part of me is contemplating just trying to see if I can get the thing over the frame, because the frame is up now, and it would probably be a whole heck of a lot easier than trying to lift the frame up while the tent's on top of it, because that's what I have to do now. Really what I should be doing is just putting the tent over the top, then putting up one wall and putting up another wall. I still might do that. I haven't decided yet. All I know is that it's going to be a pain. So if I could just somehow like throw it over and it would just fit magically, that would be wonderful. I'm doubtful that's going to happen though. Let's see what happens. Okay. First things first, get this tent. I might roll it over there. That might be the smartest thing I've done in the last 2 years when it comes to working with this tent. My mind's been made up. I got to take down the walls. So it's good, I know where the tent's going to be. I've got the 4x4s placed perfectly now. But I got to take down the conduit here on the sides. Otherwise I'll never get that tent over top of this frame. So that's what I'm doing. Let's see what happens. Shit. Easy. Easy. Okay. Oh well. Okay, so you can see what I mean there, eh? I had to drop the wall. That side's still up. Might be taking a bit of a risk. But I might just try to do it like this. It's not that high. Like I can reach the roof. So I'm going to try it this way first. Whoa. Oh, great. Maybe not. Maybe this thing wants me to take it down. I'm going to do it. Choices, choices. Here he goes. Oh, Nelly. And not like that. Look how far it jumped forward. Wow. All right. It's been almost 7 months since I've seen this thing. Where's the front and where's the back? That's what I'm gonna ask myself here. Okay, this is the front. There's the door. The struggle is real. This is actually enjoyable. It is not going to be easy to pop the legs in underneath of this internal frame. It's hard enough just moving the tent around. Like, look at the size of that thing. 14 by 16. 100 pounds. Undisputed. This thing. That's where I got it from. Came up from BC. Okay folks, this is the moment that I've been waiting for. Going in. Okay, here we are, inside Nelly. Where do I begin? I'm going to begin over here. Yeah, of course. Of course. Okay, this is okay. I got one leg in. Come on. Whoa. What did I lose? What did I lose? I lost a part of this frame somewhere. I can feel it. Yeah. Okay. Get it. Okay. Check it out. I'm a little bit closer. I've got this wall up, except for those two legs right there, but I got the corners up. So I'm gonna pop these two legs in right here, and then I'm gonna take on the heaviest part of the day. And if I can get that done, I'm gonna celebrate. No, you didn't. Okay. Feel like Superman lifting the car. No! He never would have dropped it. Come on, baby. Whew. Get in there. Get in there. Come on. Just stay like that. Oh, Jay, you weren't thinking. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna lose this side. Woo! Okay, I'm almost there. My tent is up. My tent's up. I did it. Really happy. So now I just need to start putting stuff in here. I mean, it's unbelievable. Look, the tent is up. Yay! The tent is up. Up for a whole year. Well, until April. And now I know. I can put up my 14 by 16 100-pound tent with my 100-pound frame. No sweat by myself. Just got to think about it a little bit. Make some mistakes along the way. So just like last year, check it out. The tent really needs to relax. Last year, it did the exact same thing when I set it up. Like, it was just really high. It's like it didn't reach the ground. And then by the end of the year, it was just really sagging. So it needs to relax a little bit. Should be good. Okay, I've got another challenge. I gotta put the fly on. And last year, it was pretty easy to do with Mark. This year, I think I'm gonna have to throw a rope over and then pull it over. The fly is light. It's probably like 10 pounds, not even 5 or 10 pounds. So let's see if I can get that done. Then I'm gonna have a little bite to eat, and then I'm gonna go home. Tomorrow I'll do the stove and everything, and I'll relax, hopefully, and enjoy myself. Nothing fancy. Throwing stick. Hey, look what I just found. I was wondering where those guys were. Check it out. Focus here. Guess what that is? Yep, pretty awesome, man. Woo! I did it. Frickin' did it. Bacon. Frozen eggs. Alright folks, I'll see you tomorrow. Day 3 really of all this, so I'm gonna sit and eat this now, and then I'm packing up and I'm going home. Okay, I'm setting up the stove. I was just about to go home, but I thought, nah. I got quite a bit of ash in there. So what I think I'm going to do is go home, I'll get a little shovel, and I'll clean that out tomorrow. It'll have a nice fire tomorrow. Okay, that's it for today. Just making some snow anchors. These things worked out really well for me last year. The biggest issue with snow anchors is that I'm going to lay them down today, and they're not going to be solid at least for another day or two. Maybe overnight, you never know. So I'm going to put them in place. I'm not going to actually be able to tighten the tent as tight as I would like for it to be, but it's a start. The tent's not going to go anywhere. It's a little bit windier today than it was yesterday, but I'm not worried about it. I think it'll be okay. The fly is like ballooning right now, but this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to use these snow anchors. They work really well. You just can't focus on them, that's all. Pretty soon that'll be hard as a rock. I mean, I can yank on that thing all day long and I'm not going to be able to get it out of there. So it's a solid system, it just takes a little bit of time. And it's better than cutting down trees and using them to put up a tent instead of an internal frame. I mean, this is really my best option. I use the snow anchors because I have the internal frame. So anyway, I'm going to finish all of them. Well, that fire's going good there now. I'm just going to sit back, I'm going to relax, I'm going to have a sandwich, a little bit of coffee. And then I'm going to go home. And I really mean it this time, because yesterday I said I was going to go home and I didn't go home, and now I really mean it, I'm going home. Thanks for watching, everybody. This was an awesome experience. I hope to get out quite a few more times this year, hopefully a couple of overnighters. This was just the setup experience. I took a couple of days off work to do this because I knew I would really need some time, and I have a little family, so that's how it is. You gotta make time when you can if you want to enjoy the things that you love. And I love getting out here and doing this stuff. I love making the videos. Like, the video is half of it. I like coming out and putting up the tent and spending my time out here, but also I get to make videos while I'm doing it. So you got to think, about the videos and about, building tents and putting fire in the fireplace. It took me 3 times to start that fire today, but you guys only saw the good one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave lots of comments, and I'll see you next time.